You. Back there. Not the cat, you. Hi, it's a DIY editing day. What am I doing to throw myself an editing retreat at home to get hopefully more books out and to update you all on some stuff going on? Let's find out. See you in a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jenna O'Malley. I am your soul writer, author of sci-fi fantasy with dashes of romance and nerdy references such as the Myrna Annals. It's good to see you all. So, speaking of the Myrna Annals, I am currently looking at some issues I'm having with... I've never had this many issues before. Uploading my books to vendors and having, like, 0 problems, and now all the tech gremlins are like, happy birthday! So I'm still trying to sort paperback file issues for books 1 and 2. But today we are specifically talking about the not so redheaded stepchild of this story arc. Hello, Frey. Hello, Lee. Don't you two look amazing together? I love this book. It is a little-known secret that Bound by Vengeance in Mind has, to date, been my favorite book out of the Myrna Annals to write. Most of you who know Frey know why. He's a hoot. Frey is... Frey is the character I am most likely to cut loose with and just let the joke land where it lands. There's several people who have posted memes of when I read something and the character says something that makes me laugh. I realize that I'm the funny one. I don't think it's so much that. If you've ever heard J.R. Ward talk about her writing process being like downloads, as a gamer, I very much agree. I feel like I'm installing DLCs, downloadable content, for an update of like not just new areas and new quests, but like new clothes, new spells, that kind of thing. And this book is the one that really made me realize there's no way I can tell this story in 3 books, because it's not a single trilogy, it's a whole world. Now, I know as an editor and a book coach that, that can cause, this whole thing of, well, you should have just gotten to the root of the problem and solved the issue. It wasn't a plot hole issue. It was, I didn't realize that I had landed in Act 2 of a 3-act thing. Kind of like Shakespeare did with some of his plays. You feel like you landed in the middle of something, because I think Shakespeare did, for those of you who have watched Midsummer. So we are going to do a little bit of editing throughout the day. I'm going to largely be focusing on just book 3 today. I do have at 3:30 Writing to Heal, and I'll probably vlog the back end of what it's like feeling the difference between doing my Jenna the Soul Writer channel versus the Soul Bard Collective, what's really the difference between the two, and where do I see everything going from here in the coming weeks and months. So yeah, we're going to talk about the move. Let's go ahead and get some writing done, shall we?
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, it's the world honestly burning. That's all I'm learning, hope that we can make a turn and...
Pardon my yawn, everybody. So I'm through a listen of like the first 5 chapters or so, and thought it was appropriate to come out here. What in the world? Okay, I think my Mr. Squirrel friend, yep, he sure was. There's a squirrel who likes to come around and dig into the stuff we keep here. What? Well, we have a late bloomer, I see. Hello, my friend. It's okay. Better late than never. That's okay. These have got to get inside. Those have got to get inside. Those are Cody's. Those got to go up in his office. But Sage ain't doing so bad. It's going to be time to pick some and dry some, I think. My lavender friend has seen a little too much sun. That's okay. All healable. All healable. As a matter of fact, let's bop you back here into the shade for the night, my friend. Let's hang you right there. Hey, I see you have new shoots coming up. Good. I was actually wanting a trim back, so I'm glad to see some of the sun did that for me naturally, because I didn't want to have to worry about moving more than what's right around the pot. So, I will admit, I've been a bad gardener in a couple of ways the last few weeks, and it's showing. They're gonna have to probably go inside. Sometimes you gotta do this with your garden. And I'm not really pulling so much as I'm just like loosely running my hands over anything that's tangled, and if it falls off, it's because it's dead. I'll go back and trim it all really close in, and you'll get ready to go indoors for the winter, my friend. Whoop! You'll get ready to go in for the winter. And you'll be alright. Just like everything else, you'll be alright. So, I'm a good chunk in. This book 3, Bound by Vengeance in Mind, is so far the longest of the 5. Book 5 has the potential to outmatch it, depending on how 3 chapters get split. So, is it possible? Yeah, it's not exactly going to happen when I had hoped, but it's happening, and that's really all that matters. That's really all that matters. I've been really hardcore focusing on what my clients need the last several weeks since about, let's get real, since about the end of the Kickstarter. I've been focusing on other parts of the business, getting stuff done, and kind of working on my books. And then the Tech Gremlin started, so I didn't leave time for Tech Gremlin padding, and that's what's putting them behind, and that's okay. I'm learning a whole new platform, Atticus, in the mix of it, and it's really helping, and, you know, one more tool in the toolbox, and I've been talking with a couple of different people about a redesign of the website. I had hoped to do that in quarter Q4. It's probably going to be pushed back to Q1 because of the move. The funds that I had originally intended to use for a website redesign are now getting chunked into, relocating not just the office, but where I'm living. So I'm gonna miss this view. I'm gonna miss this view. There are deer that normally cross it in the mornings and evenings, and I'm gonna have to start getting up early enough again to watch them, and reminding to get my patukas out here like I did when we first moved in, clear through until I couldn't see them in the mornings because they were, corn too tall, right? And too hot, so I've definitely learned a line that comes up again in book 3, and I've taken it to heart. Ian's sister, Anna Karina, his human sister, talks about counting your blessings, not your riches. The blessings are sometimes the riches, and we take them for granted, Anna. Is a line that comes up eventually in a future book, and I don't know if it's going to get cut or not, but I originally wrote it during book 3, and it got moved to a later book. So what are you doing to count your blessings so that you appreciate them like riches? What goals are you completing? What micro decisions are you making routinely that you're not giving yourself credit for? Because that's what I'm cheering on for you right now. The journey that heals and gets you closer to where you were always meant to be. Yes. No, somebody hasn't been mewling at me nonstop for attention. No, not at all. Not at all, cutie girl. So, the read-through is going well. It is in the evening now. Oh, it's in the evening now. Why are you licking my finger? And I've kind of taken some time to clean in between. It's okay. Was editing in an old file for about an hour. Whoops. Luckily, I was able to just combine the files and leave it at that. So, well, what's going on around here? A lot. I am going to be removing Tuesdays from my heart breathing sprinting schedule for a couple of reasons. One, I might need it for packing for life, for a couple of other business things. 2, it was the slowest of the nights. 3, I had only ever intended to see which of the 2 nights between Tuesday and Wednesday were working better algorithmically. So I am going to be, for now, removing Tuesdays. So I'll be doing Wednesdays, and definitely that'll give me more energy to run Fridays, because I noticed here in the last month or so that I've been doing Friday nights, I haven't been able to do my normal chase the midnight. What are you doing back there? As I normally do, or was doing. So I'm hoping that maybe doing a little less will allow me to do a little more on other days. We are still looking for a place to live. I'm hoping to take the last 2 full weeks of November into December off from everything, because we have to be out of here by December 2nd or they're going to make us get out. They will literally... We saw recently what they do. One of our neighbors has been in the hospital, and, well, she's still in the hospital, but her stuff's now sitting in the dump. Yeah. So that happened the Monday before we got our notice of non-renewal. And it was like the divine was trying to tell me a hint. So I have about half of what I need saved up for the move. I might have it in time. I might not. That's literally where we're at. Because we were kind of expecting for a renewal. We got caught paying other bills off, i.e. I had to get some work done to my car this year. So we got caught in trying to catch up other things that the savings kind of got drained from. And now this. So we shall see. I'm looking at where I can pick up additional time to fit in odd projects, things of that nature, to kind of help that funding. So we shall see what happens. It's definitely making me learn for the first time in my life the importance of living in the present. I tend to be such a planner. I taught for over a decade in a situation where I had to know where I was going for the next 9 months-ish within, by the end of August. Because the districts I normally taught for, we started before the Labor Day weekend in the end of August because of snow days. So I'm really learning the importance of living in the present, living in the now, and learning that I need to get that under control so that my future plans can pay off. I'm quite enjoying going through these books again, and it's going to be the final time. This will be the final time I see these books, and I know it. And at least in this form, it'll be the final time. Insert random, whatever you want to call it, 1 week later meme here. Yeah, I don't like tech gremlins. So somehow half of the files from the rest of that day got lost and life got squirrely. So, welcome to a week later. Literally. I mean, it doesn't look like a different shirt, but same color, different pattern. And I'm still working on book 3. Life, namely, got squirrely this last week because of stuff related to the move. So, what am I doing to get back on track? Well, I have to get book 3 out this week because I wanted it out by September 30th, and we have 1 week to do that. So my plans are, I'm going to have to wrap book 3, 3 client edits, a couple of vlogs, and Tuesday nights tomorrow night over for my last episode of Tuesday night Heart Breathing Sprints. So this is turning into a 2-part vlog. It's technically going to be 2 parts anyway because we have an editing tips one coming up after this. Now that you've seen some of the chaos backstage, I'll see you in part 2.